Hi, this is Rose DePoe from the Rose Realty team with Keller Williams in Dallas Metro North. You know, it's hard to believe that we're actually already closing out the first half of the year. The end of June is just a week away, and we are actually looking forward to the second half being a big improvement over the first half in terms of both personally and professionally. So what's going on here in the market? And I hate to sound like a broken record, but inventory is still down. A lot of folks are still holding back on putting their homes on the market. At the same time, the interest rates are still at record lows. We're seeing rates close to 3 and less than 3 in some cases. And prices are holding pretty steady, if not maybe just a tad up. There are some people in the marketplace who believe that the affordability in North Texas is still an ongoing concern, but it's currently being masked by the low interest rates. So we shall see. At the same time, we expect from all indications that the low interest rates are going to continue into 2021. So basically, it's a seller's market. We are seeing really interesting changes in the market as well. I want to talk a little bit about that. Last week, I had the opportunity to sit in on a webinar sponsored by the Dallas Business Journal and Republic Title. And what was really interesting was some of the discussions that happened there. We heard from the president of Hillwood Corporation. We heard from the CEO of Rogers Healy, also Pinnacle Lending and Mortgage, Financial, and also the senior VP from Republic Title. So what we're hearing now is that, and you can understand these COVID-related indicators going on. Number one, we're seeing people who are actually now exiting the urban areas for suburban areas. There is a push now because the cities have probably less airspace, if you will. People don't want to be in apartments where you share elevators, garage spaces, and so on. There is some amount of discussion and movement now from urban to suburban areas. So I thought that was interesting. Second, another interesting thing that's going on is that people are actively pursuing second homes in the country, on the lake, vacation properties, as investments, and so on. And I think that's also really interesting. And I think that's, a couple things probably due still to the low interest rates. And even for second homes, those are still attractive to some buyers. And also to escape the city, escape the population based on getting a little bit more space and less exposure to the pandemic. The third thing that's going on in the market is working from home has a new face as well. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of people who work from home nationally, these are national figures, was about 5%. 5% of the working population work from home. Right now, it is at 50%. That is 50, a 10 times increase. And there are many companies who have committed to maintaining a work from home workforce in light of some of the results that they're seeing. People are more productive. You don't have the long commute times. There's probably less chit chat around the water cooler because you're on your own, you're in your home, and you're learning how to manage that. So what does that mean? That means that we're seeing relocations accelerate too. People have realized that they no longer have to live near the office or even in the same city, potentially, depends on who they're working for. But with this being sort of a new option for many people, there is renewed interest in where they live and looking at their space, to see what's going on. So I think that's really interesting. I think that what we're going to see is additional business going on just because there's more mobility, if you will, in the workforce. I also want to talk about some of the comments made by the president of Hillwood. We've got a community here in North Texas called Pecan Square, or Pecan, depends on your pronunciation. It's located in Argyle, and some of the features that this community is offering have become extremely popular, and this community is selling very quickly at a much higher rate than anticipated by the developer. Some of the features are a centralized and co-shared workspace. So if you want to work from home, but home does not equal your house, you can go to this shared workspace where high-speed internet and other features are available. They're also providing things like Amazon lockers so that you don't have to worry about packages being stolen from your front porch. You don't have to worry about being there. Amazon can just deliver and you can go pick it up when you get home. And then the homes that are being built within that development at Pecan Square, those homes are being built with smart technology. So it really is appealing to some of our younger buyers. I'm not going to try to categorize people by, millennial or X or Y or whatever. However, it's just interesting that those buyers who that appeals to, are snapping up those properties. So, another thing I heard this week from the National Association of Realtors is that currently 40% of homes, so that's 2 in 5, 40% of homes are currently being purchased without the buyers physically entering them. They call it sight unseen, but I don't know that that's necessarily true, because I do believe that they're doing virtual tours and people are actually seeing the properties. I just think they're not actually getting in there physically. So what does all this mean? Well, from your perspective and from ours, we just want you to know we are fully mobilized with all the latest technology. We can support you in whatever way you want to pursue selling, buying, or investing in real estate. We can do virtual open houses. We can do open houses with masks, booties, gloves on, and hand sanitizer, your choice. We can do video tours to coincide with open houses, so people who don't wish to come out can actually do a live tour on video, or we can actually have a recording that will help them, that's already been recorded, edited, and so on, and is ready to see our home at its best. We have all the capabilities to do e-signature of documents, and we work with lenders and title and appraisers who can do the same thing. Inspectors still need to come out and look at the property, and you would want them to. But overall, things are changing, and I believe, and we see that things are not necessarily going to go away as we get better ramped up to protect ourselves from the virus with vaccinations and others. We just think that, things are changing, many things for the better. We've made adjustments. We're ready to do business with you, and we hope that you give us a call. So coming up next week, watch for Steve's Wednesday market update. Next Friday is going to be our 4th of July vlog. And the following week is when Steve is going to cover common moving questions for sellers. He promised that for this week, but we bumped it for my message today on the North Texas market update. So I'm Rose DePoe for the Rose Realty team. Y'all have a great week, and I'm going to bounce.